presented by Scott Credit Union. Your
St. Louis Fan Report. Aloha, I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is your professional accredited media St. Louis Fan Report. How are all you guys doing today? So I decided that I'm going to start the show in a little different way today. We're going to honor Mr. Armstrong today, and we're going to do, for the next 1 minute, we're going to do exactly what Mr. Armstrong did today. So are you ready? Go. And there we go. We just honored Mr. Armstrong for doing exactly what he did today, which was nothing. Nothing. You let Mike Hoffman walk for $500,000. Let me repeat that. You let the best goal scorer from last year, not counting Tarasenko because we don't know what that is, walk for $500,000. What the F is your problem? This is not, I'm telling you, I reached out and things I got told today that I'm not allowed to talk about are pissing me off. I don't know what's going on. You know what? So I don't get to sit here and yell at you. I don't want to just yell at you. Let's bring in Mr. Rob the Stag Stagenborg. Hey, Stag, how you doing today?
Can't hear you, man.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Audio,
bud.
I can't hear you.
Oh, well, then that's on you because we can hear you. My audio's on. Well, Rob's not hearing me. So let me bring on. So you know one thing, I call this the fan report. And one of the reasons it's the fan report is because you guys are important. In fact, you're the most important thing. And what we do a little, I think one other show used to do this, but they don't do it as much now. We let you guys come on and talk. So let's bring on Mr. Brad Pond. Hey, Brad, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, welcome, man. I got to say, first of all, Brad, I got to say a big thank you. You started watching back when this was the pregame rant. I mean, when I first started back in 2018, doing just a rant for 5 minutes, you watched. And you've been with us from the beginning through the Hawaii Blues Fan Show, the Change the Blue Note Fan Report, all of this, you've been there. So I got to say a big, big thank you to you, man.
No problem.
So this today is absolute idiotic to sit there to think about this. And I want to know what you think. They let Mike Hoffman walk for basically $1.5 million. He got offered a 3-year contract at 4.5 per. He was making 4 here.
Not good.
Yeah, I mean, I think this. Now look. I know I'm going to have people come on and be upset with me and go, oh my God, here comes the Berube stuff again. But this is an example of Berube. The Blues offer was bigger. The Blues offer was higher. That's something to talk about. Let's bring in the Stag. Are you there, Stag?
Finally, got a couple of technical problems, so thanks for hanging with me, dudes.
Well, hey, if it wasn't the Blue Note Fan Report, it wouldn't be a technical issue.
I got to tell you, the tie, I was like, what? Did I missed the whole tie. What's going on?
Well, we're not professional. right? We're not accredited professional media.
No. You get us in trouble now. You get us in trouble, big boy.
KMA. Today I'm professional media.
Did you pursue that?
Not yet, but you know what? It's in the works.
Okay. All right. Good deal, man.
Right. You know, it all depends on whether or not he keeps his agreement with the meeting that he promised.
Yeah.
He keeps that. Great. Then we'll deal there. He doesn't. It goes. You know, I got to tell you. So, hey, I don't mean to leave you out of this, Brad. You and me are both through the VA, right? When the VA tells you they're going to give you a sleeping pill, they're going to give you a damn sleeping pill.
Yes.
I woke up this morning, or well, not this morning, but I woke up. I was like, oh man, I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I laid back down. I couldn't I couldn't find my right hand. Right? I had to use Siri to go to the emergency room real quick because I cognitively couldn't figure out where my right hand was, where my phone was.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was there. They figured out, they said that the medicine dehydrated me really bad and the left side of my brain shut down. Right?
How can they tell that? Oh,
because of the amount of
no, you forgot the joke.
Oh. Well, that's because shut up.
I know.
Shut up. Hey, how you doing today, Brad?
Good. Guess who I almost saw? Robert Thomas.
Oh, see, I don't know, man. This is nuts. To think that we've let the one signing that we made was our own RFA. We signed Bushnevich, but that was going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. That was going to happen.
So, did I hear you're fired up that Hoffman walked to Montreal? I kind of heard you're pretty fired up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And you know what? I think I said it earlier, and Brad heard it. I don't know if you did. Lance says the Blues actually offered him more, and I can verify that. Okay. Ashley says I need large amounts of alcohol to deal with this stupidity of nothingness. You got to like how I did this. Where we at? Sam saying hi. The GM goes to the couch to the coach about players. Ruby said no. Armstrong won't get him.
Yeah.
And you know that goes back to exactly what I've kind of been bitching about. And yes, I'm going to use that word. Armstrong gets Berube's opinion, but doesn't let Berube make the decision. I kind of agree with that. An 8-year-old likes my flowers, golden flowers. Time for Costin to come up, and Kyrou needs to shine. Sam, you're absolutely right there, bud.
That's a good point. They've been talking with these guys for a couple of years.
Yeah,
on,
right. Lance to Scott, agree. That's what I meant. Do you think Tarasenko said nice things to Davis? I actually think he did. And goes, can I have your sleeping pill? I don't think anybody. Rob, it's Berube's fault.
Yeah, hey, that
in this case, it might actually be. Without trying to be facetious or a jackass or the normal jerk that I can be when it comes to Berube, it might actually be.
I got the story. That son of a bitch, he got the nachos up in section 438 removed because he was sick of people throwing nachos on the ice for crappy play. So the people of section 438 aren't getting their damn nachos because Craig Berube took that from them. That sucks.
Oh, I love it, man.
That bull.
Darkness is joining us today. We got to get Brandon Saad now to fill that second line left wing void. And this is will Buchnevich make Cinco want to say? I actually think that I've been saying this. I think the Buchnevich trade had a lot to do with Tarasenko, and I've been saying that from the get-go, right? Rob, you know that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree, but you have been saying that. I will give you that credit. You have been saying that.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Brad's hiding. He's like, oh man, I can't handle guy
You
today.
remember they were saying that, oh no, Tarasenko, he wants to play with Ovechkin so badly. I mean, what happened to that?
Yeah, no, this is what the hell are you talking about, Rob?
And we're blaming Ruby for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Brady
Rob says Army's head needs the role. You know what? I have never been an Army hater. I've never been one of them guys that like turned on him or been, you know, Army's made all these bad decisions. I've never been an Anthony Lupo. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and think that because I coached my kids' hockey team to a championship when I could recruit whoever I wanted.
City County.
Huh?
Yeah, they got like 17,000 city county champions.
Yeah, you know, and I could do that. Oh, hey, Brad, can you turn the light on? You're kind of dark there if possible.
I only leave the fan on.
Okay, well, that's fine, man. We're good. Peter Wilhelm, I don't know if that's one of your buddies or not, but he's on here saying hi. Nobody's
fan too.
Right there. Oh, there we go. There's Mr. Brad.
A nice man cave you got there, man.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I got a Brandon Chan jersey.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think you were looking. Who was the other jersey you were looking for?
Barbashev.
Barbashev. You know what? While I'm in the loo, I will see if I can come up with the Barbashev for you, buddy.
All right.
And see what we can do. Ryan Green says, I trust Armstrong in all this. Armies is always trying his best.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Ryan, you are right and you are wrong. Yes, I believe. No, hold on. Don't give me that shake in the head yet. I believe that we don't know everything going on behind the scenes, but if you've been on Twitter today, right? Twitter, and this is what pisses me off about taking that medicine and being so out of it. My Twitter, I had 297 notifications, and they were all, this guy's going here, that guy's going here, that guy's going there, that guy's going there, this guy's going there, that guy's going there, that's this, that's that, that's it. I mean, my Twitter just exploded, right? I put a tweet out today that I think might get a little, I told the Blues that maybe they need to talk to Doug Armstrong and make sure that his service is connected and his battery's charged because all the free agents seem to have missed his phone calls today. Hey, 21 viewers. Hey, that's great, man. Keep it going.
That's how you make friends with the organization, damn it. That's how, and you know, I'm more fired up than you, and you're the one taking the shots. I'm NPC about it.
You know, no. Oh, who got their quarter note box today? Yeah, I know they got sent out. Guido's here.
Yeah,
Guido. I have two announcements today.
Ooh.
Guido's one of them, and Sam Manzella is the other one of them. So we'll kind of go there here in a little bit. We'll take. So, hey, Brad, I want to bring you in. I know you're a big Blues fan. You've been following this show from the beginning. I got to know. Oh, Cardinals fan too, right? I know you're a big Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost today. They did not have Yeah, we'll talk You know what? We'll talk Cardinals in the last 15 minutes of the show. How's that sound? Right?
Sure.
But we'll talk a little Cardinals. But I want to keep with the Blues today, especially with today being free agent day. I mean, it was a getaway day for the Cardinals against the lowly Indians. Let me wonder for you, what do you think about this day? What do you think that let me see if I can kind of the non-movement means. What do you think it means? I want to know from you what you think this all means right now.
Because I met the other guy got traded. I met him in St. John.
Oh, which one? Say again, bud?
I think you might be frozen.
Yeah, we might have him frozen for a second.
You might need to jump off and jump back in. Yeah.
Yeah, you might need to jump off. There we go. Here we go. I think we got him back now.
Hey,
there we go.
You know what? Big old Dougie Hamilton signed a big deal today. How about that?
Yeah. No, it's yeah. Peter Willem says, "Say something, Brad. You're never this silent." I know that.
He's a Toronto fan.
Right. I know. Trust me. I know that. I know you're not silent. I see your eye. I get texts from you pretty regularly. So yes, I know you're not silent. So what do you think this all means with the Blues?
I was at work all day. I missed the fun.
Well, no, there was no fund. They did nothing. Right? There were 100. I think I got to look at my tweet here because I retweeted this. This number stunned me. Absolutely stunned me. Let me pull my tweets up here and read this real quick. Where is it? I may have to refresh something. Oh, I might have put it in a different profile. I have so many Twitter profiles. There were 130 free agents signed today. Think about that. 130 free agents signed today. Every team, almost every team, signed a free agent but one. Right? I can't think of another team that didn't sign a free agent today. I just read something says, to be honest, I'm glad the St. Louis Blues didn't waste any money on any of these free agents. No, again, you're a crackpot.
That's a good point. The prices were crazy today, man. God, they're crazy. I mean, it's just like
Hoffman at 4.5. Hoffman at 4.5 for 3 years. That's not crazy.
Jaden Schwartz getting what, 5.5? I mean,
don't get me started on the Jaden Schwartz right now.
Well,
We should be getting done back. We should be getting done back. So here it is from Cap Friendly. This was about an hour ago. 130 contracts signed, 253 years, $249 million cap hit. The total dollars, $732 million. And we signed none of it. There was value to be had today. Right?
okay.
There was value. There was value to be had today. We've lost Schwartz. We've lost Hoffman. Bozak, nowhere to be seen. We don't know anything that's going on with Bozak. That's why they should have traded Vince Dunn. I think that you want to get me in this Dunn and Schwartz situation. I honestly think that the Blues need to file a complaint. Right? What? Because I'm sorry. You can sit there and say that it looks like nothing. Or you can say nothing, that nobody broke any rules, but the perception of impropriety is there big time. Big time, right? Of all the free agents they signed today, the only one that they talked to prior to the draft was Schwartz. They didn't talk to Grubauer. They didn't talk to anybody else. Right? And Gary says they had a handshake deal all along. Well, if they did, there's the impropriety, but you can't prove it. And that's what I'm saying. There is the view, that the perception of impropriety. If I was the NHL and the way this came out, because with Grubauer, now here's the difference. With Grubauer, you never heard his name mentioned until today. They did not start negotiating with Grubauer until today. They negotiated with Schwartz before. And the news leaked yesterday before teams were eligible to talk to free agents, right? That leaked yesterday. Everything that leaked with the other free agents was teams were interested or what they were searching.
So hold this.
Okay.
Why didn't Armstrong sign him in the season if he was so valuable? I mean, kind of when the season came and gone, you kind of knew.
No. This has nothing to do with whether or not the Blues signed Schwartz. This has nothing to do with whether or not the Blues signed Schwartz. That's not it. The rule was you, Seattle Krakens, had 48 hours to negotiate with UFAs.
Yeah.
Okay? You had any UFA you signed would be that team's draft pick. They basically got 2 draft picks from us when they should have gotten 1. That's my issue. It has nothing to do with the Schwartz signing. It's the fact that Dunn should not have been drafted and Schwartz should have counted. We should get Dunn back. Dunn should not count as the draft pick.
That's crazy, though. I mean, it's not going to happen.
But that's the rule. That's the rule that was in place. They skirted that rule. Put a deal in place with Schwartz and didn't sign it until today.
Well, they couldn't sign it until today. I mean,
they could have. They could have. Hold on. They had exclusive negotiating rights. They could have signed any unrestricted free agent in the 48 hours before the expansion draft. Yes, they could have signed Schwartz then. Had they signed Schwartz, Dunn could not have been drafted. In fact, the Blues, sorry about the screaming, Tanner. The Blues would have only lost Schwartz, not Dunn and Schwartz. There is, I seen E in a comment said perception is perception. No, perception is like, what do you call it? Possession. It's 9/10 of the law. If it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, or if it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, then it must be a duck.
Keep moving it around.
Right? Brad, what's your opinion on this?
I don't know. Because myself, I met Dunn. What? Not Dunn. God. Who did Montreal pick up?
Hoffman.
I met him once.
Yeah. I would love to meet his wife. I heard she's a looker. That'll get me in more trouble.
Well,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Why we don't pick? I read something on the Blues website, on the Blues Facebook page. There's a free goalie there. Why we don't pick him up? Who's our backup if Jordan Bennett didn't get hurt? That's my question.
Yeah. Well, there were goalies available, a lot of goalies available that went for not a lot of money. Right. I'll tell you right now, the only goalie I see out there that's slightly available is Bishop. But I will say this. Colorado's not the powerhouse they were yesterday. They're not the team that's the favorite in the Central Division anymore. Right? The loss of Grubauer to me it does take them out. They don't have that snap down, shut down goalie. Right? They don't have that anymore. And the other guy for Vancouver's been hurt a lot. Ryan Green says, I'm fine with the way the draft went. Rob Morton says the NHL doesn't listen to our complaints on illegal hits like they are going to listen to a tampering case. And you know what? I'm with you. I get it. And Darkness says the deal was basically finished before the expansion draft, which I think makes it worse. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Perception is reality, but we don't have to scream. Sorry, I just, the sound's up a little high, and I get that, and I apologize. I get excited. I have a loud voice. And then the other thing is, because of my hearing, if I don't have this tuned just right, I can't hear myself in the ears, and then I don't know what you're hearing or what, so it's really important that I hear myself in my ears, and I know that sounds really weird, but you need to do that. Rob's worked with this stuff enough to know that if you don't hear yourself in your ears, it just, because you get a dull, it's like talking with listening to music on a headphone.
You're right, Guy. You're right. I always hear Darren Pang on the radio, then Joey Knight on the radio too.
Yeah. Right. So it's very important that you make sure you hear yourself, and they've got all those.
Guy,
Your show.
I hear your name. I hear your voice in my freaking sleep, dude. Ugh.
Oh, that's good. You're supposed to.
Nightmares.
Elliott went to Tampa, which surprised me. That was a good move. That was a damn good move. I really do. Peter said it's your show. Don't worry about it. I worry about all my things. Who's worse at this point, St. Louis or Chicago? You're fine. We can turn the volume down. Actually, I think Chicago. Well, it all depends on Fleury. If Fleury goes and plays in Chicago, we're worse. If Fleury doesn't, they're worse. I think he's enough to elevate them to a new level. So you're getting mad about the Kraken taking advantage of a technicality. No, they didn't take advantage of a technicality. They skirted the rules. That this is hush, hush. Oh, we like you. We're going to give a deal, but you know what? We're going to screw the St. Louis Blues over, and we're going to just not do this deal until after everything's done, and we're going to take our other player from the Blues. Right? I knew that Landeskog stuff was junk to begin with. I even said I've never been on the Landeskog wagon. Never been on that. I didn't think it was going to happen. There's no way Chicago was going to let him, or Colorado was going to let him go. It was not going to happen. Right. And that's what I had to say about that. And Rob, you can back me up on this one.
Yeah, you've said it. Yeah, but I mean, so my disconnect, and again, Brad, you may agree with this. You live in St. Louis?
He's a Canuck.
Brad, you live
I got another Canuck fan.
Okay, Canucks. Okay. Well, here in St. Louis, the media goes fanboy crazy over any little rumor. So as soon as Gabriel Landeskog, the name came out, it was like, oh my God, we're going to get him. Now that book's closed, it's on Matthew Tkachuk. So today it's all about Matthew Tkachuk. So when that door closes, then we'll start getting down in the third and fourth line, wingers and stuff that, don't matter. But it's just, they get so crazy. Now they are excited about Brandon Saad. I'd love it. I'd love him. I think, number one, he's killed the Blues when he plays the Blues. He's a Stanley Cup champion. But again, how serious can you be? Is this just a bunch of media guys popping off, or is there any truth to it?
What do you think about that, Brad?
I don't know. I trust you, Rob.
Well, it's just you go with these guys because you feel like they have inside access, and they have access, and they talk and they're networked in. And then when they come out with these rumors and they fall like way short, you're like, well, what happened? And then no one ever explains what happened, because that's just the way it is. I see Jack Eichel, that name came up again today. Jamie Rivers was talking about him. So
Jim, I got to tell you something. If we sign Jack Eichel, I become a Blackhawks fan. That will be the dumbest, stupidest move you can make. Eichel is not worth $10 million. The most under the CBA that you can hold back a salary is half, 50%. Jack Eichel's not worth $5 million.
Well,
he hasn't played to the $5 million mark.
That's not true. Jack Eichel's worth whatever someone desperately will pay him. And
okay.
Paying big money, man.
I'm not desperately. I'm saying that his play on the ice doesn't equate to $10 million.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm sorry, the Jack Eichel, if Jack Eichel comes here, Jack Eichel will be an absolute bust.
I think that's a bold thing to say. I think the guy's a special talent, man. He is.
Okay, so they said the same about ORR. No, Buffalo people said the same about ORR. St. Louis people didn't. St. Louis wanted an ORR. They were ready for him. They knew his work ethic. They knew what he came. I was so hoping he would join the Kraken so they could be friends again. I'm not sure who you're talking about there. Peter wants a Jake Allen fan, but never going to be a Habs fan. It was so hard when Jake joined the Habs. I'm sorry, man, but I think he's doing great there. I'm glad for him. Rob said, it's hard to gauge anyone who plays for Buffalo. Eichel is an elite player. He just hasn't. Okay, so let me address this one. So you're telling me he didn't have Ryan O'Reilly with him? You're telling me he didn't have Taylor Hall with him? Elite talents.
Jeff Skinner. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, he's had the talent with him and done nothing. Nothing with it. Taylor Hall is a Hart Trophy winner. He did nothing with it. Ryan O'Reilly won a Selke, won a Conn Smythe, won a Stanley Cup. The moment he gets away from there, I'm sorry, he was that talent when he was there. Jack Eichel is not an elite player. He has done nothing in the NHL to prove that he's an elite player. Look at his numbers. I don't care where he played. He played with talent and did nothing. I'm sorry. You know what? And I know Jim. I trust Jim Siegel, and I probably just lost a good friend over this. Jim Siegel played the game at a very high level. He's very intelligent and very smart. But at this point, I'm putting my foot down and saying no with Jack Eichel. He's not. He was drafted number 1 overall or number 2 overall behind McDavid.
Time out. He's 25 years old, 6'2".
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
he scores. He's played 375 games. He scored 139 goals. I mean, you know, the guy's a player.
How many
man.
points? How many points?
355. So almost a point a game, under
Okay.
a point a game, under a point a game. So,
Okay.
I mean, you know, I think you're kind of judging him kind of hard. Now, again, Buffalo, you know, he's played, except for this year, he's played 81 games, 61, 67, 77, and 68.
Injury prone.
This year, he played 21. So, I mean, you know, he had injury problems the past 2 years. But
Okay, if you go and look at every player that's making 10 million or more, he's not better than any of them, and
he
we've
scored
talked about
36
that.
Goals, 36 goals in 1920.
Okay, 36 goals. That's
42 assists, 78 points.
so that's the most he's ever scored.
No, actually, he's had 28 goals and 54 assists for 82 points in 18-19.
Okay, so but the most he scored in a season is 36,
Yeah, 36 goals. Yep, in 19.
and the next most is 28.
The next most would be 28 the previous year, but then 25.
So he's basically a 20.
24. Yep.
Okay, so 25 goal scorer. He had an anomaly when he scored 36.
Well, I mean, he scored 36 goals in only 68 games. You know.
Okay, I get it, but there's other things. Ryan Green says, is Tarasenko an elite player? Right now, no. But Tarasenko's not making 10 million, he's making 7.5. And when he got paid to 7.5, he was an elite player. He was scoring 40 goals. When Taylor Hall got his 10 mil, he wasn't scoring 40 goals.
But you know what? Tarasenko got paid on the hope that he would score 40 goals. He had only scored 40 goals once. You know what I mean? So they were.
But
hoping.
he's been in the high 30s every other time.
Yeah, but he wasn't
until he
40.
got injured. Until he got injured.
But he wasn't 40. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
He wasn't 40. So
Okay.
anyway.
Fair. You know, I got to tell you, I did something the other day that a lot of people don't know about. I went ahead and upped my StreamYard. So instead of just 3, I can go to 10. And right now I've got it on like 5 different places. We're getting some good viewing today. We're sitting steady 20. And I see that. Ryan Green. Oh, this is a surprise. Ryan's on your side, Rob. Normally he's on mine. Danny Tower says we need to focus on our D. I kind of agree there.
You know, hey, I got it. This. I was just driving in on the radio, and someone brought up Zdeno Chara for the Blues, and I was like, "Wow, never thought of it." But apparently, he could be available.
Yeah,
What do you think? Veteran.
yeah. You know, the thing is, what are you going to pay a guy that is right now a 6th, 7th defenseman? He's not an everyday defenseman. He's not.
$3 million.
You know, and is he going to take that? Here's a $7-8 million guy that all of a sudden you're going to tell him that you're a 6th, 7th defenseman. Because he's not. He's
he wants
not.
to win a cup, though, doesn't he?
Does he want to win another cup? I think so.
Never. No, he's never won one, right? He's never won a cup.
No,
right?
no, he did. He won. He was the captain of one. With Boston in 2011.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Yep. Yep.
Oh, he was under $1 million for Washington. See, now that I mean, I'm about to get it. I'm about to says we're still friends, guy. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. The thing is, the Blues are running out of options. Saad is still there. Could trade Tarasenko, I suppose. Vladdy will be a Blue this season. Yes. See, I've been saying that. Saying that, being called an idiot, and I'm dead on it. Yeah. Nobody wants him because of his shoulder. That's exactly what they're going to make him prove that his shoulder's good before you get a trade. And that's exactly what I've been saying for a while. He'll be 45 in March. That's the knock on Chara. Right? That's the knock on Chara. 45 in March. He's not an elite player. He's not an every night player, and that's something. He's a presence on the penalty kill.
But he's a
I think
veteran.
that
He's well respected. He brings the whole locker room together, and the locker room's a mess right now, man.
Well, hey Jim, I want to ask you this, buddy, and I know you're on a delay in that. Am I wrong about Eichel? Am I wrong? Is Eichel a $10 million player? I didn't ask you, so you shut the hell up. This is my show right now. You be quiet. Okay? Yeah. Is he that guy? Is he that guy? Right? And I just, at the moment, there's been nothing that proves me he is. Now, Jim, I trust your hockey talent, and that's what I'm asking you. Hockey talent. Mary, that crap about Vladdy being toxic in the locker room, I think is horse shit to begin with. Right? And you know what? The reason I say that is because who does Bushnevich mention first out of his mouth today? Oh, well, what Blues have called you? Oh, Tarasenko called me. Barbashev called me. O'Reilly called me. Perron called, Tarasenko's first name out of his. He's not a toxic in the locker room. He's never been toxic in the locker room. This was all, this is a disinformation campaign. You're going to get me going. I'm going to just be quiet right now.
Yeah, because I think you're wrong, man.
Well, you always think I'm wrong. Even when I'm right, when I'm right, you think I'm wrong.
I think you're playing this all wrong, and you're saying that Tarasenko's camp is releasing information
No, I've never said Tarasenko's camp's released information. I said the Blues have released information.
I don't know. I just think they're not getting the return that they need to get for that guy, and they're being asked to eat a lot of salary, and they're like, nope.
Exactly. I believe that too. And I believe that, and this is why I talk about the Bushnevich trade the way I do. I believe that bringing in Bushnevich helps tie that in a little bit and settle that situation down, and gives us two valid scoring lines, and I think that Barbashev, Tarasenko, Bushnevich line.
Crazy. It's like it's only a Russian player can help another Russian player. Like only someone from Eastern Europe can help a brother from like, oh my God, an American could never jump in and help. Like, I don't understand that logic. I think it's like, oh God, there's a Russian here now. Now Vladdy can be comfortable. Now he can score goals. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Sorry, dude. And that's my main thing. It's
Okay.
No.
But I want to ask you this. While you were in Germany, right? While you served in Germany, did you work with a lot of German civilians?
Actually, a little bit. Yep.
Okay. Did you work in an office where there was only one or two Americans in the office, or was it more Americans than Germans?
More Americans than German, but I hear what you're saying.
Okay. So let's say you had one of your German guys bring in a new German. Who did that German guy go talk to first?
Oh, his countryman. I get it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that helped him feel more comfortable being in that office?
Do you think he would have taken the job if that other German wasn't there? Would he still have taken the job?
No, he may not have. I think the fact. Look, I worked in an office where I was one of the only people that spoke my language fluently. Okay. I was in an office, and I don't want to say which nationality because it's going to sound bad, but while they were service members, they were English as second language service members. And in the office, in uniform, there were times when, unless I opened my mouth, English was never spoken. And I'll tell you what, I was uncomfortable every single day. When we got another, person that spoke English as a first language, it started to make me feel more comfortable, to where now, when that was happening, I could start talking English to the other guy to kind of break it up. But it's got a lot to do with it. I think Brad's being quiet because, here we go. Rob, in all honesty, Ovi really needed Kuznetsov.
I mean,
Do you see that guy?
Oh, nice. Barbie.
I was there for game. What year we won the cup?
19.
I was there
18, 19.
Over there, here that Tarasenko's on the book.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I don't have that book signed yet. I'm gonna take it to St. Louis with me and try and get some signatures on it while I'm there next month.
Because
Hopefully I can.
I don't like the schedule. I read the schedule today, right?
Yeah.
We play Colorado to be announced. Why?
No. The times are to be announced.
Sorry.
Not the dates. It's the times, and all the times are to be announced because that's TV scheduling and all that other stuff, right? So they release the dates, they don't release the times. The times will get released a lot closer. Within 2 weeks is when the times get released.
I did not know. Sorry, guy.
No problem.
Hey, we're getting back to our discussion. So, did the Blues end up drafting anybody from Finland? Because,
No.
Mikkola, he can't play if he doesn't have another Finn.
No, hold on. No. Stop.
I mean,
No, stop. We're talking about something totally different here. You're talking about a disgruntled guy who needs a friend, somebody that he's comfortable with, to help him settle down.
put on your big boy pants. It's the NHL. I mean, you can't pick and choose your teammates, dude. I mean, that's what I'm having a hard time understanding.
Wayne Gretzky did. Wayne Gretzky picks and chooses his own teammates.
That's a different level.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
You can pick and choose your teammates, right?
Not after playing 32 games in 3 years. You can't.
He had a shoulder that was butchered by the Blues. I don't even want to get into this with you.
Yeah.
You know what? I promised Brad that we would talk baseball today. Brad, it's baseball time. Let's talk some Cardinals baseball.
Bling.
Say again?
Bling.
Pretty please. We're going to talk some.
I got my ring.
Which ring?
The one we won the cup.
Oh, yeah. I've got one too, man. It's pretty cool. So Jim Siegel, real quick, says, in my opinion, Bush was brought to make Vladdy feel better and get his confidence back because he's not going anywhere, believe it or not. Sometimes bringing in a fellow countryman can make him more comfortable.
I don't disagree with that, but I just don't think that's like the only reason.
It had a lot to do with it. And Ashley knows it. Ashley, go Stag, you're just stirring the pot, trying to be a jackass. Okay, we're done. We're on baseball now. So the Cardinals are not playing very good baseball at all. I be honest with you, I have not looked at the schedule or the standings, or I mean every now and then see the results, but that's it. So Brad, I'm going to kind of turn this over to you. You tell me what you think's going on with the Cardinals right now.
Because we need the other player coming back. Got hurt. Not Wayne. Oh God, I don't know the player's name.
I'm not sure.
Miles Mikolas and Jack Flaherty are two. Big names.
Thank you, Jack Fleury.
Yeah.
We need.
Yeah, that was a big loss.
We need Jack Fleury come back.
I mean, so right now the Cardinals are in fourth place at 500. They're 51 and 51. I mean, so you're over halfway into the schedule, right? 82 games. So you're halfway into the schedule. You're 8.5 games back. And I know in the wild card, you're not even in the wild card. There's no, even if you win your division, you're still not getting into the wild card. You wouldn't get into the wild card. That's how low the division is.
Sure.
We have overtaken the Cubs by a game, but we're 7 behind Cincinnati, we're 1.5 behind Cincinnati, who's 7 behind Milwaukee. So Milwaukee's running away with this. And guess what? Milwaukee picked up Colton Wong. That was the stupidest decision in my eyes. There was no reason that Colton Wong should have been let go. Am I talking to myself now? Did I lose something?
Nope, you lost
No?
the other buddy. You lost Rob.
Oh, well, that's no problem. I mean, he doesn't speak anyway, so at least he doesn't speak anything worth speaking about. No. I think Jackson's under 8 team could beat the Cards. You know what, now, Rob? I think you're absolutely right. So what do you think do you think the Cardinals made a mistake by not keeping Colton Wong?
I think you're right. We played
Sorry.
Minnesota. We play Minnesota tomorrow, 9:05.
Yeah. That's going to be, we're on kind of that Atlantic or, American League play right now. I just, so for me, if you want to know what I think's wrong with the Cardinals, it goes a lot deeper than what people think. No, it goes so much deeper than that. For me, this goes back to in the early 2000s. You started to hear this a lot, and I always believed this and knew this to begin with. But you actually started hearing a lot about the Cardinal way, right? Now, I grew up in the Whitey Ball era. Now, if you don't know what Whitey Ball is, in Old Busch Stadium, it was 10 foot below ground, and it was concrete with AstroTurf on it. And if you don't know what real AstroTurf is, it's a green carpet. It's a green carpet. That stadium would get so hot, right? I mean, it would be so hot there. Whitey Herzog looked at that park and said, there's nobody that can hit the ball out of this park, right? It was just so big. I think it was 430 to center and 420 down the lines, right? I mean, just a really big park. They moved it in as time went on, but in the 80s, Ted Simmons led the Cardinals in home runs in 1982 with 20.
Guess who?
Say again?
Guess who I'm going to meet, guy?
Who?
Mathen Barshev and new guy the Blues pick up.
Oh,
Snevich?
Snavich?
No, the goalie. Oh my God. Who the backup goalie from the Q
Husso.
team?
Husso.
No, the backup goalie for the Q team.
Ellis?
No.
Hofer?
Oh,
Joel Hofer?
Yeah,
no, I
Hofer.
don't know his name.
Hofer, Frederick, Fredrickson, something like that. I can't think of the other guy. I know there's one more. Got Billy Husso, Hofer, Colton Ellis.
Yes, I'm gonna meet him.
Oh, that's cool, man. Are they in a minor league team near you?
No, they're coming here play St. John Sea Dogs.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I wish they could. Danny Tower, Aloha Stadium, are they tearing it down? I know they're thinking about it. I know they're looking at building a new stadium next to it and then turning, Aloha Stadium. So I don't completely know on that. I haven't followed it as much. I'm just not into Hawaii sports, but I appreciate that. So what I was saying about the Cardinals is Cardinal way, the speed and defense, the playing blue collar baseball, that's gone. And it left when we lost our Red Jackets. We lost Bob Gibson and Lou Brock within months of each other. We've lost Stan. We've lost Red Shindis. There's none of that connection back to the Red Jackets, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. There's that connection of when Cardinal baseball was Cardinal baseball is gone. And now you're not seeing that and that stuff that Mike Schultz is Schlitz or however you say his name is pulling.
Mike Schultz.
Yeah, well, I say Schlitz because the guy's drunk every time he makes a decision.
Him?
Let's see that.
It just
man.
No, there's just too much. The blow up he did, the things that he did. I don't think he does those if Lou Brock is still around, if Bob Gibson is still around. I think that they've lost some of that, and the Red Jackets that we do have that are around aren't involved. I mean, Ozzie Smith's really not involved in any day-to-day operations. Kendo said, screw you, and went down to coach the kids, right? You don't have any of that you don't have that hoopspa, that understanding of what it means to be a Cardinal. And I think it's gone. I really think it's gone. And I think that's got a lot to do with it. And I think it goes from ownership down. I think ownership has gotten away from that.
When are you coming? When are you coming to St. Louis?
Oh, good question. I will be in St. Louis, and we're getting close to the end. So I promised we had some stuff to talk about. And Sam, we'll talk about that here in a second. So I will be in St. Louis I get in the 17th of August, and I leave the 13th of September.
Can you?
Say again.
Can you check any new calendar?
I will look at for the Blues. I will look and see. I don't think they'll have it out yet, bud. If they do,
if they get a not Hotman, number 4. Oh God, the guy we pick up last year for Boston.
Krug.
Thank you on his
I will try. I can't promise anything. Okay. I will do my best, Brad. You got to, I don't want to get into this, but I'm trying to get the access I need. Let's just put it that way, right? Let's put it this way. I could probably get it with Gary Unger's signature on it, and Mike Zooks and Terry Yakes and some of those guys.
I don't know them.
You don't know them? Well, if you watch my show, you'll know who Gary Unger is.
Yeah.
Right?
We do every night, because last night I told you I was heading to bed early because I was staying up the night before watching.
Yeah. Oh, I know you watch it every night, bud. And we greatly appreciate it. Rob Morton says the players that still had the Cardinal way are Yachty and Pujols. And Yachty, to a point, I think some of the stuff he did with Cincinnati, the fights he got into with Cincinnati was a little bit, I felt out of it, but he did do something that I thought was really good Cardinal way, was when that rookie tried to run on him during spring training and he told him go. He told him go.
Yeah.
That was so, and then after he threw him out, instead of staring the kid down or pulling any of that, right? Yachty just kind of looked down, pointed at second, and walked off, patted his pitcher in the butt and continued on. It was, I thought that was pretty good there. I got AZ Sports Guy here. I'm going to get to see him here in September after I leave St. Louis. I'm flying in there. So here's my announcement. Starting in October, or hopefully before October, E. Guido, Mr. E, is going to be the director of social media for the Fan Report Media Group. He is going to be doing the things that Rob Morton says, I want something with Guy Bensing's signature on it. Well, you're the only person in the world that does. Rob. Oh, he wants yours too, Rob.
The courts.
Are you going to a game? Are you going to a game, Rob? No, are you going to a game?
The game, it starts after. What I am doing, I'm going to be skating in the alumni camp. So I'm going to be skating with the Blues alumni. And Rob, hopefully, if he's there, is going to be filming it, or I'm going to get somebody else to film it.
God, I've never been before St. Louis. I've never been to St. Louis in my life.
Well, we got to get you there someday, bud. We got to get you. He's one last comment, and then I got to talk to my stuff. Do you think Binnington's going to be good goalie next season for the Blues? He better be. Plain and simple, he better be a shutdown, 950, 2.5 or less GAA. Because if he's not, this team doesn't make the playoffs. That's plain and simple. He's either a 950 or a 940 at worst, and a 2.5 or better. Right? I just see that. I see he's got to be that. If he's a 910 to 910 or a 900, and he's a 2.7 or a 2.8, we're not making the playoffs because we don't have any goal scoring. We can't win a 5-4 game. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose those games 3-2, 3-1, 3-0. We got rid of 2 goal scorers, Schwartz and Hoffman, and then brought nobody in. Nobody in.
Is it too late to pick somebody up? I want to pick Phil Maillet up. Is it too late to pick him up?
Pick who up?
Phil Maillet. He's from Bathurst.
I'd have to look it up. I don't know the name well enough to make a decision on that, bud.
Sorry, I don't know for the Blues.
No, she's asking, Isa, do you think Ovechkin should retire? No. You know what? Ovechkin can still play. And I know that. I know that. Brian Green says, and score, we need goal scorers. Yep. 950 is a lot. 935 will get it done. Maybe 935 will get it done if you keep that GAA at the 2.5. If you do a 935 and that GAA starts slipping up closer to 3, no, it's not going to get it done. And that's why I said 950, because you really need to keep that GAA down, right? You got to keep that down. And yes, I think Ovi should go after the record. More people, even if he gets it, because he played a lot more games than Gretzky, and he also had a lot less assists, are just going to look at him as a one-trick pony, as a goal scorer, a power play goal scorer, and that's fine. It's not going to taint Gretzky's record much, right? No one's gonna reach the 3,000 points that he has, right? I think that's his total. He has. If he didn't score a goal in the NHL, he has more assists than the next person has points. And that's never going to get touched in my eyes. So back to that. So E is going to kind of take over social media for the Fan Report Media Group. We're going to get him his own Twitter. We're going to get him his own, what do you call it? Instagram. We're going to really let him, say again?
Facebook, we will let him use Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, we're going to let him get into that. We're going to let E go. I mean, if you've talked to E, look, I love E, and sometimes, E, don't take this the wrong way. You're persistent, and sometimes we can't always respond to you, but we love that you're persistent, and that's why we want to give you this position. We think that is just absolutely where you need to be, and we want you as a permanent part of our team. So that's why we're going to offer you that position. And I think you've already, from things I've talked to, been willing to accept it. We're working on getting you a laptop. Darkness says, Gretzky seems like the person who'd be okay with the goal record being broken. And you're right. I think he would. Ashley says, Jay for E. Ashley's going to be working with E a little bit because Ashley also does social media, but they're going to kind of.
Who's Ashley?
Say again?
Who's Ashley?
Ashley Jones. She's a big supporter of us. Big supporter. Yeah, no, she's on there a lot. You and her have talked. You and her have seen each other's comments before. Oh, yeah. And then Sam Manzella works at one of the I think Auto Tire, or I forget the name of his place now because they keep changing it. I mean, they change it every time they change their underwear. But he works for one of those, and in South County, we're going to do a show out there. We just don't have the date yet.
God,
right?
Look at me new hat.
Oh, it's nice, man. I can't. I'm like trying to pack now, and I have 35 Blues hats, and I have to choose which ones to take.
Oh, good.
And I'm like, I want to take all of them. Tire Choice. That's where he works. Tire Choice. That's sweet. Hey, for this year's alumni, they have 3 former Philadelphia Flyers that are going to be there.
That why Phil Maillet from Bastards.
So I'm not sure who yet. I'm not sure. I got to look. I go look at the names again. So the other thing that we got, this is what we got going on. We have on the 19th, if you are up at 6:00 in the morning, beautiful jersey, bud. Shinner. Oh, is that a signed Shin?
No.
We have a show set up on the 19th at John P. And I'm going to screw the name up again.
Fields.
John P. Fields in Clayton. Oh, I love the classic ones, man. I'm into those. We're going to have a show there at 7:00 on the 19th. And if you're up early on the morning of the 19th, on the 19th at 6:15, oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's the team Barber Chef used to play for.
If you're up at 6:30. And you can get to Centine at 6:30. Okay. Centine at 6:30 on the 19th. I'm getting my Warriors jersey.
I'm in bed that time.
Yeah, I won't be, but I'm getting my Warriors jersey, so you can come down. Then on the 20th and 21st, the Warriors have a showcase. We're going to be there. We're going to do shows from the showcase, and that night, the 19th, we're going to do a show at the showcase reception. Me and Rob will be there.
Boys, I love you.
Or the
Sorry,
20th.
my kids here.
Oh, God.
Okay, no problem. Well, it's about time for us to go anyways. I had a great time.
Where do you buy a Cardinals jersey from? I don't have one.
Who?
St. Louis.
The which one? Oh, the Cardinals?
Yeah, because I'm trying to look for Wayne. Wayne, do you see my hand?
Yeah.
Wainwright.
Wainwright. You know what? While I'm there, maybe I can hook you up. Maybe we can work something out. Okay?
All right.
Well, Brad, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. Had a lot of fun. We'll do it again soon. Brad, thank you so much. You know, we absolutely love you, and we're bleeding blue with you. Aloha, Brad.
Hello.
Well, Rob, it's you and me. We're going to close the show out. We got one more show before the trip.
Yeah.
Right?
Exciting,
And
dude.
I'm still waiting on my special show. There's possibly a special show with just me, and maybe Rob, if I can bring him on, like Tella, like I do, on the 16th of August. We're not sure yet, but we're working it. But it'll be in Philadelphia
Cool.
at the birthplace of Gloria.
Jax.
Jax NYB. That's right. That's where I'm working on getting the show. Don't know for sure it's going to happen, but I'm trying.
Hey, can I jump in real quick and say something?
Yeah.
Because, you know, the thing that I want people to know is that just because you and I disagree on stuff, man, it's just our vibe. You know, that's who we are, and you know, that's what we're all about. So I don't know if people getting all flipped out. I mean, it's just who we are and what we talk about. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No. That's true. That's, you know, if we always agreed, this just in, Eichel the Blues, please tell me you're full of crap. Oh, LOL. Okay. You're about to send me through the roof. Yeah. No, it is. It's a vibe. It's how we go. It's what makes this show fun. You know, if we agreed on everything, no one would show up. Besides, who else wears a tie and a t-shirt?
That's true. You look
On the show.
accredited. You definitely look accredited, man.
There we go. See?
Yeah.
Right? So I love you all. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, who can't hit the right button again because he turned his machine off because he's getting ready to pack it. Saying aloha, mahalo, and I cannot wait to see you guys all on the last show for season number 3. That's tomorrow. Aloha, mahalo, I'm bleeding blue with you for Guy and Rob. Aloha. Na, 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 na.